Today we're going to make one of Northern Italy's most famous sauces, a classic Italian carbonara. Well, I can't say classic because we've taken a little bit of poetic license. We're going to add to a really, really wonderful Italian sauce made with heavy cream and peas and wonderful, wonderful cheeses and some crisply fried bacon. We're going to add giant red king crab, and the first thing comes, how do you get it out of the shell? We just disjoint the crab at the joints. Using a serrated knife, we're going to score the crab on the shell, it is, on both sides, taking care not to press down too hard. Taking the heel of the knife, give it a little wrap, and we've got crab on a stick. It all comes out in one great big beautiful piece. You don't need a sledgehammer, and we're going to put this in the sauce with the pasta instead of putting the sauce on the pasta, all in one dish. Come on over here to my stove. Okay, we've got some bacon being crisply fried with a little bit of onion, like so. And if you want to cheat, you can actually use the pre-cooked bacon, but you're going to need to add just a tiny little butter, a little bit of butter or a tiny little bit of olive oil. Okay, at this point, we're going to deglaze the pan with a little bit of white vermouth. White vermouth is really, really great stuff. It adds a wonderful flavor, and it completely eliminates seafood odor. We're putting in about a third to a half a cup, and we're going to stir that around for just a little bit over high heat until most of the wine disappears, until it completely melds with the rest of the ingredients and most of it steams away. And then we're going to add some heavy cream, but this isn't an everyday recipe, and if you're concerned about the heavy cream, we have some really wonderful non-fat half and half that you can use. So we're going to stir this over high heat, and we're going to add a substantial amount of shredded Parmesan or Asiago cheese. This will do two things. It adds a wonderful, wonderful flavor, and it thickens the sauce. And at this point, we've taken some tricolored tortellini that we got out of the freezer case, and we're going to add this. And by the way, the tricolored tortellini I'm using because I happen to like it. If you prefer some raviolis or some linguine or whatever, but get it out of the freezer case or the fresh case, and I prefer the pre-cooked variety. That way it only takes a couple of minutes. Now we're going to add the rest of the ingredients right behind this, and they are some fresh peas, a little pinch more of cheese, and now the good stuff. A great big heaping helping of this wonderful king crab, and I'm telling you, for true, this stuff is really, really good. It's a real favorite at Hy-Vee. Okay, we're going to simmer this a little bit. I'll be back to you in a minute and show you what it looks like on a platter. It's really beautiful. So how about this? King crab a la carbonara. Dinner for 6 in under 6 minutes. You can't beat that with a stick. We're gonna put a little garnish on, some fresh chopped parsley or basil, and a little more of the shredded Asiago or Parmesan cheese, and something else to add just a little bit of attitude. The Italians would add red pepper flakes. I'm adding a little bit of Cajun's Choice blackened seasoning. Perfect kick. And to make this really a special dinner, we've got a bottle of California Chardonnay that's really elegant. It's a Simi Chardonnay, and it is fantastic, under $20. Rich and creamy with a little bit of oak. So y'all be good to yourself and try some of this king crab. It's absolutely delicious.